Hi, friends. Hi, friends. It's Wednesday. It's the HDK download. I'm just welcome. Like, say hi. Tell me you're here. We love to spend Wednesdays together. We got, about 30 minutes or so. And my job every week is to just teach and share what I have learned in the last 20 years, 21 years of being a Mary Kay consultant and being a dang good one. Like I think my tagline is because playing small was never the plan. It is so true. Playing small was never the plan. It still is never the plan. And I hope it's not the plan for you. I hope that you are here with me on Wednesdays because you want to get better, you want to grow, you want to do more, you want to be more, you want to have more. The more should really just be my middle name, honestly, because that's exactly how I am wired. So tell me you're here, tell me where you're from, and we are going to dig into the most sought after training that when I gave you guys a poll on Facebook, like, what do you want to learn from me? I hope you guys have more stuff that you can share with me, but what do you want to learn from me? Overwhelmingly, it was color analysis. And so, and I think it's because it's the buzzword right now. It's the thing. And honestly, it's like the greatest thing. So I am going to share with you my approach to color analysis, what I have learned. And I've got a tremendous resource for you. You're going to love me for. It'll be in the description. As soon as we get off here, I will go edit that description. And you can find this landing board of 4 in-depth trainings that one of my directors and I, Heidi, have done. So you've got 4 in-depth trainings. You've got tutorials on all of the makeup palettes. You've got makeup palettes, new ones. You've got reels that you can send your customers. You can watch yourself. You've got tutorials you can send your customers. You can watch yourself. So we've got an incredible resource for you. But today I wanted to share just what I believe about color analysis and where I'll just speak for myself, where I can play. Because it is such a big thing. Lots of people have got their hand in it. But this is what most color analysis looks like. You go to a professional consultant, that will drape you or have another system that analyzes what season you're in. And we'll talk about those seasons just to give you like the basics. And then they tell you what looks good on you as far as clothing, what your palette is, what your approach to your clothing. And that is it. That is it. Maybe there's some talk about lipstick. That's it. And so what I see as the huge gap is once you have been able to identify what season you are, then where do people that are experts in makeup and skincare come into play? There's a big, big place for those of us who love that and are great at that and want to be great at it. There's a big gap for us to be able to fill and a big space for us to play. So let's do basics of color analysis. So color analysis is analyzing hair color, skin undertone, eye color, so I have blue eyes. They're light blue eyes. But if you look closely, there's a grayish tint to them, kind of the undertone of your eyes. The intensity of your veins. Do you look good in silver and gold? There's lots of different things. Do you burn? Do you tan? All of those questions come together to figure out what season you are. And I mostly play in the 4 seasons. So summer, spring, autumn, and winter. There are subseasons. So if you start looking around and you're like, wait, what's a soft summer? What's a light summer? What's a deep summer? What's a clear winter? We're not going to go into those. Those are much more nuanced. And really for the sake of where I think Mary Kay consultants can play, it's not super necessary. Okay. It's not, because it doesn't really change the makeup application and the makeup colors all that much. So those are your four things. Now, the cool thing, people will say, oh, color analysis. I'm sure you've heard this before. We used to do that in the 80s. actually started in the 20s, and it's had some resurgence. 80s was obviously a big heyday for it, and this we'll go back in history and we will see that 2023 to 2000, I hope forever, because honestly it should never have left. But it's having a big heyday, and everybody's talking about it, because when you wear the right palette, the right color, I should have brought like some examples. I pretty much cleaned out my wardrobe, but I got a couple of hanger-oners that I just can't get rid of that are not in my color. But like this soft gray, I would never have put a soft gray on. Like that wasn't, I like bright, vivid colors. Well, bright, vivid colors don't love me as much as I love them. I look better in soft, muted colors. And what happens, I've had so many comments lately of, what are you doing to your skin that's different? And you know, my skin is like basically my full-time job. But I think it's the fact that I'm wearing my colors in clothing, but my makeup is, there's a whole thing that I've completely changed the way I've done my makeup. And I've been a professional makeup artist for 15 years. I've done the certification, I've done all the training, I've done all of that. And I still was doing it completely wrong because they didn't teach that kind of thing. I wasn't looking at it from that filter. So what I want to share with you guys today is enough for you to be able to teach others, whether it's your customers, whether it's your friends, whether it's your family, or whether this is just, you just want this knowledge for yourself. You will look younger, you will look fresher, you will look prettier when you wear your season, when you wear your palette, and you will find that you wear much less makeup. And that's been pretty fun. I mean, I was the queen of black eyeliner and contour. And like, I mean, I loved wearing my makeup strong and dramatic. Nope. Nope. And if you look back, you can just like go through my reels on Facebook. I'm sure you can do it on my thumbnails on YouTube, and you'll see like right when I got it done, there is a line of like, whoa, I looked harsh. I looked cold. I looked older than I am. Unnecessary. So I hope you get as excited as I am to learn and to dig into this. Okay. So here is the gap. The gap is in makeup. The gap is in because you can, if you're wearing the right palette of makeup on your face, it kind of will cover up if you're not wearing exactly the right colors of clothing. I think if somebody gets color analyzed and they're looking at replacing their entire wardrobe or replacing their makeup, what's easier and less expensive? Us replacing your makeup, getting an entire new makeup set can be done in a couple $100s versus an entire wardrobe is thousands of dollars. So I think it's the first place somebody that's just been analyzed would want to be, to change their technique, change their coloring, and teach them the way it is, because the way summers put makeup on is different than the way autumns put makeup on. Did you know that? So I'm going to teach you that. So I'm so excited to be able to do this, and make sure you ask any questions and throw them in the chat, whether you're on live with me or I go back and look at the comments after we're done. But yeah, I mean, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. So I think what we can offer is application tips, application tricks. No one is talking about it. I had to do deep dives and experiments into finding what makeup tips and application looks better on different seasons. Nobody knows this, and certainly nobody is teaching it. So I want you to feel 1,000% confident just after listening to my 30 minutes together that you're like, okay, I know something that they don't know. And what's your job when you know something that they don't know? You share it and you teach it. So you got to turn right around and help somebody figure out their season. And that's not entirely our job, but I've got some resources for you. And then what to do next, which is tweaking that makeup. You don't need to know everything to be confident in this. All you have to do is just be one step ahead. You just got to know more than they do. And I promise you're going to. Okay, so in the resources to help them figure out, or help yourself figure out what season, being draped is like the ultimate. Drapes don't lie. And that is where they, it's what I do in my studio, where I put 2 different colors on and we see which one looks better. And then we, whittle it all the way down to your season. And it's actually fabric drapes. That's number one. That's the best way to do it. I bought a couple kits on Amazon. and I play with them. People ask me like, how did I get good? Well, I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos and I practiced a lot. And then you start to train your eye to see what you're looking for, which is youth and freshness and even complexion. And you start to see it with these colors. So that's number one. Number two is there's a ton of apps out there. The one that I go to most often is colorwise.me, COLORWISE.me, and you upload a selfie in there with no makeup on in natural light, and it does kind of an analysis for you in there, and it can be right or wrong. I mean, that's kind of my starting place, but then they have these little places where you can I'll see if I can find it on my phone while we're talking, but basically you're sticking your selfie in a ring of colors that looks best on you. So whether it's like if you're like, am I a winter or a summer? Like, I don't really know. I really wanted to be a winter. I am really a summer. Well, I stuck my face in those two things, and you can start to see, okay, those colors really overwhelm me, and those colors make me look fresh. These colors really are they really kind of take the stage. They overwhelm my face. You see the colors before you see me, and so on and so on. So you'll start to see that. So it's not foolproof by any means, but I like to upload it and then save it to my phone. And then I just kind of, okay, does she look better as an autumn or a spring? I know she's warm. So your warm ones are autumn and spring, and your cool ones are summer and winter. And so I know if I know she's warm, she's going to be an autumn or a spring. So that just eliminates half the issues right there. And then I can kind of pass them back on my screen. And which one does she look younger? Which one does she look fresher? Which one you can't see the under eye circles as much? Which one makes her skin look more even? All of those things. So so you can do it that way. And then we also have a flow chart, which is definitely not perfect, but it's a couple questions to figure out if you're warm or cool, which are usually what are the colors of your veins, blue or green? Do you look better in silver or gold? Do you burn or immediately tan? Or you burn then tan? So like you're getting to whether you're warm or cool. So how I answer those questions is I get really dark. If you know me, like I wear beige 220 foundation. Like I am very, very tan, except I burn and then tan. And so I'm definitely a cool. I can get into some neutrals, but I'm definitely a cool season. And silver looks better on me than gold does. In fact, once I know that I put my gold earrings on because I have a ton of them, and I'm like, yeah, silver looks better, even though I own a gazillion amounts of gold jewelry. So you're getting whether you're cool or warm, and then it's like, is your hair color? Are you a brunette? Are you a blonde? Are you a redhead? Do you have gray or silver hair? Do you have light eyes? Do you have brown eyes? So it's kind of this flow chart. Definitely not foolproof by any means. There's always exceptions. The moment you think you got it, there's an exception in there. But it's a good place to start. And then they're like, okay, well, I'm either a winter or a summer. Okay, then you could go to the app, you can upload your pictures, and then you can really see it that way. So those are just a couple of helpful hints to help somebody figure out what season they are, even though that's not where we want to help people. But there a lot of people are paying $300-400 to go get that done at these different places and still not having any kind of makeup help. So they can go get their analysis done and then come right back to you for, okay, what do I do now that I know? Okay, so are you ready? Paper, pen, because you're going to want these tips. And these are your basics. You're going to get more in that resource I told you that I would give it in the description. You're going to get more details and in the seasons and in my tutorials, those tutorials that are for you and for you to share. It gets more detailed. But here's the general gist. Summer girls. I am a summer girl. We are cool and gentle. So I'm giving you some words to write down. I'm giving you some pictures to, because you think summer is like hot and bright and sunshine and pool. No. Think of it as moonlight. Summer seasons look better in moonlight. like moonlight color. So it's soft, it's hazy, it's smoky, it's gentle, soft and gentle. Clearly not a personality test because I am not soft or gentle of any kind. Not a lot of sparkle. Because our coloring is so muted, like when I take my makeup off, I mean, my eyes are kind of muted in gray, my hair is kind of ashy, like everything just kind of like muddles up together. You don't want a lot of shimmer, no sparkle, a lot of matte or shiny, like a cream shiny lip gloss, something like that, but not glitter, not it. Please, no glitter. You're an adult, no glitter. Okay. Minimal shimmer. You can do a little bit here and there. I hardly wear any anymore. It just does not look great on me. It pulls focus. So the last thing I want is to walk around and somebody is, oh my gosh, I like your eyeshadow. That's never my goal. My goal is, oh my gosh, your eyes look really pretty. Are you really gorgeous today? Or I love you. I love how fresh you look. Like all of those things. That's what, sorry, somebody keeps walking in my door here and I'm like, what is going on? So you don't want anything to pull focus from that. You want smudgy, soft, hazy. Anything with the words muted, dusty, mauve, smoky. Yes, 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 yes. You don't want any harsh lines. No black eyeliner. In fact, 3 out of the 4 seasons are not wearing black eyeliner. Sorry, Charlie. It was the hardest thing for me to break. And now I wouldn't put black eyeliner on if you paid me to, because now I see that how harsh it makes me and how small it makes my eyes look and how much older my eye area looks. Like it was so hard for me to get rid of it. Now I'm like, peace out, like go away. So brown eyeliner. So brown, steely, blue, all of those colors. Yes, yes, yes. No black. And eyeshadow as eyeliner is even better. And I've been doing that for a really long time. I didn't know that that was a good thing for me, but it's funny how just by gut instinct, I knew that eyeshadow is going to look better as eyeliner than a pencil does. So now I do a little bit of both. Like I have a little bit of brown eyeliner on, and then I have espresso over the top to make it soft and smudgy, hazy, all of those words that we want. Pink, not peach, on Summers. Brown mascara if you want to. I just haven't gone there yet. I just can't. Like I did switch to Great Heights mascara because it is softer and piecier. It's not lash intensity that's going to give me a lot of black fullness right there. I stopped wearing false eyelashes. All of that because it just doesn't look good on me now that I know. If all the things I wish I knew before. So no contour, no bronzer. My 80s self did not appreciate that. Did anybody else appreciate that? So better comment in here and tell me your season, and then tell me like what you're learning off of your season. No contour, no bronzer, because we're supposed to look like moonlight. Well, moonlight's not bronze. Moonlight is gray and soft and hazy. Get it? We are dewy, but also matte. So not a heavy shine, not a heavy matte. So kind of in between there. We are light. We are airy. And our coloring will show unblended lines. That's why you don't want anything harsh. You don't want any contour or bronzer or anything. And I don't know if you're a summer, make sure you go. I think it's on my YouTube, but it's also on my Facebook and my Instagram where I'm doing the faux contour. That is the best thing, and which is what you see. I don't have any contour on right now, but you can see that it does look like I've got some dimension right through there. And I do. It's just not done with contour. And so I'm going to find other ways to do what I want to do and still play by the rules. I'm a rule breaker, sort of, but I still want to look awesome. So no unblended lines. And then we do better with a softer lip. So I had never used trademark pink before in my entire life. I've never sold it, never used it. It's my go-to color. I love like rosewood and mauve crush, kind of getting into hot pink or however you say that. Like there's a lot of really fun things. I swear, I mean, anybody can wear our lip oils, but I swear, I mean, I think they were really meant for autumns and summers because they are really beautiful. I have berry on today. So anything like that with a softer lip. Okay. Winters. Now, this is what everybody wants to be, especially after I tell you what they get to wear, and you're not. So if you are, write it in the chat so I can like hate on you, because I am going to hate on you because you get to do everything fun. You get black eyeliner. You get black eyeliner. You're the only person that gets black eyeliner because your words are bold, icy, dramatic, high contrast. Those are that you want that. I mean, it is winter. Think of like a crisp winter day where it's like everything has a clear edge to it, like it's a very stark, contrasting color. I really love winters. Love them, love them. Usually they're pretty high contrasted, or they can be like I have a director that is a winter, and she's really light skin, light eyes, and light hair. Well, she's what she's called a clear winter. Those colors look, she can rock all of those colors. Shimmer is your friend. You get shimmer and you get black eyeliner. It's not fair, but no contour, no bronzer, because there's nothing about a cool, crisp winter day that says anything about warm and glowy. So you don't get contour or bronzer either. Sorry. You don't look great in a nude lip. You look better in a bold lip. So, or at least a medium with a little bit of punch to it. But nude, going the nude look is no. And even though Kim Kardashian is a winter and she wears a nude lip, she's wearing a lot of makeup in order to make that vibe pull off. Is not her best. It's not her best. She could look a lot better if she didn't do it, but she's doing her own thing, and I'm not here to criticize. Okay, match concentration with your eyes and lips. So if you're going to wear a bold eye, put a bold lip on. Winters can match where, when I was growing up in makeup, they would say either do a bold eye or a bold lip. You'd have to pick one. Well, winters, you want to match intensity there. So if you're going to go medium dramatic eye, go medium dramatic lip. If you're going to go soft, smudgy, like a mauve crush on your lips, go softer on your eyes. So matching that concentration is really helpful for a winter. Highlights, yes. Highlight yourself silly. Go for it. Matte is not your best friend. Dewy and shimmery are your best friends. You get black mascara and black eyeliner. Boo. Boo. Winters. Okay, just kidding. Love you. If I was a winter, I'd love you more, but that's cool. Okay, springs. Springs are, think of like a sunrise. They are warm, they are light, and they are bright. There's nothing heavy about them. There's nothing, like you don't want anything to weigh down a spring. They need to be very, very light. Shimmer is yes. They look great in a bolder lip. So like Poppy Please is like the very best spring lipstick ever in the world. Phenomenal. Bold lip looks great. Highlight, yes, 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 go for it. No contour. No contour for you. Brown eyeliner, blue eyeliner, steely eyeliner, all of those are better because you want a little bit more softness around that eye. We don't want anything heavy. We don't want anything to weigh down a spring. Stay away from heavy and matte. Dewy, fresh, light, bright. Okay. And then autumns. Autumns, you get contours and bronzers. You're really our only girls that get contour and bronzers. So I always get jelly about the autumn girls because I would love to look like an afternoon, a warm fall afternoon where everything has just a lot of saturated, rich coloring. It's warm, it's rich, it's luxurious. They look really great in a natural look where like a winter cannot pull off a natural look. Like Kim Kardashian, let's use her as an example, wears a ton of makeup, false eyelid, everything. So much stuff on her face to look like she's wearing a natural makeup because it's not her thing. Because if she was in autumn, she could throw a little bronzer and contour on and a lip gloss and she'd look phenomenal because autumns bring their own warm and glow. They don't need a ton added to them in order to have that. It doesn't take much for an autumn to look fantastic just because your natural coloring just brings so much. Like I look gray next to an autumn. Great. Sallow. It's very, very unfortunate. It's very poo-poo. Yes, bronzers and contours. Highlight, absolutely. Honey Glow is like a great highlight for an autumn. You are Also muted though. You're muted like a summer is muted. So we don't want any harsh lines. We don't want any, we want everything kind of soft and muddled and blended. Same thing goes with an autumn. Mixing matte and shimmer together is great. They look great in a soft lip as well. So that's pretty, because like I said, it just doesn't take much. J.Lo is your inspiration for your autumn girls. Summer, Sarah Jessica Parker is a great summer. She was as growing up, and then she's gone gray, and she's still a summer, and she looks phenomenal. So that springs, Blake Lively, Taylor Swift, they're both springs. Winter is Kim Kardashian is a winter. Who else? Rihanna is a summer. Trying to think who else. I usually know a lot of these. Who's another great winter? Oh, the girl from if you watch Bridgerton, Kate, the wife in the Bridgerton season number 2. She's a winter. So it doesn't matter if you are an ivory girl, a beige girl, or a bronze girl. That it plays a part in it, but you can be any of them. Any intensity of your skin tone can be any of them. So, okay, that is your intro into color analysis. I hope you've taken some notes and gotten excited about what you can learn and what you can dig into, and therefore sharing and teaching with other people. That is my whole goal, is for us to be able to educate people so they're wearing their best and they're not having a vanity full of makeup that doesn't look great on them. And here's the thing, we kind of know, don't we? We kind of know that things don't look right, and then so we don't wear them, and then we don't wear anything because we don't know what to wear, and then there's no residual reorders. They're like, yeah, I don't really love that color, but they don't know why. These are the answers to, I don't know why that doesn't look good on me, or I wish I found something. I had a woman that I did her color analysis, and she ended up to be a winter. Well, she was wearing Downtown Brown lipstick, and she's blonde and kind of a higher concentration of a skin tone, but no, not her color. An autumn can wear, a bronze autumn can wear Downtown Brown. That's about it, guys. Downtown Brown is not a universal color to everybody. That is not the case at all. And so she just didn't know why it didn't look great. Well, now we've got answers to go in there and go, well, it's because you're a winter. She needs something like very raspberry or powerful pink or crushed berry. Like, those are her colors. And she put them on, and it was like her whole face just went, whoop, just with the lipstick. But if you don't know what season she is, you don't know where to start with that process. Like, do I start Poppy Please or Very Raspberry? They're both bright. They're both lifting, but one's warm and one's cool. One's going to look great, one's not. And so you want to be able to bring that expertise to the table. So hope this was helpful. Check out the more in-depth training in the resource. And I hope that, yes, continue to comment and tell me what else you want to learn. What else do you guys want to talk about on Wednesdays? I can't wait to dig into next week. So see you then, everybody.